What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to our channel here at Vagabond Builds. And today we're going to be doing a review of a 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD package. We're going to be talking about the exterior, interior, and some specs about the car and some minor differences between trim packages. But before we do, if you do like our content, like the video, subscribe to our channel. If you have something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us and we could talk specs later. And a special shout out to Meta Toyota of Sacramento. Thanks so much for providing the car for the review. Let's go ahead and start. So talking about Toyota and the obvious known of the Toyota Tacoma with the front end. Now guys, it is pretty straight to the point. Not much has changed in this 2022 model, but just wanted to show you guys kind of a gist of that front TRD grille that they have on this truck. Now the color, if anyone wants to know, it is a army green color. That's the name of the color, army green. Same headlights, halogen with the fog lights, the plastics embedded, fender flares embedded, also giving it more of an off-road, aggressive, all-terrain look. Now, TRD rims, you are going to be seeing different rims on different trims. Take that in consideration. And this car itself, or this truck itself, has a TRD lift kit, lifting this truck, making it more for the off-road, giving it a whole higher length off the ground, so you have more coverage when you're doing that off-road. Now everybody knows, just want to remind you guys that Tacoma is known for their off-road possibilities. Throughout the years, this truck is just one of those prodigies that my first car was a Toyota Tacoma, and I'm a fan of these. Integrated signal lighting with the two-tone side mirrors. Now it does have blind side assist. Very cool that Toyota did put that Tacoma embedded on the side door. I'm just loving this army green. Keyless entry, very cool. Army green throughout with the fender flares in the back, TRD rims in the back, TRD stamped 4x4 off-road, letting you know you got that possibility. Straight to the point on the rear end, bumper sensors integrated into that rear bumper, Tacoma integrated into that tailgate. Very cool backup camera on that handle bezel piece with Toyota integrated into that handle. Now let's go ahead and jump inside the bed. Soft open, loving the fact that Toyota did that, because they used to just kind of drop down and smack. But you do have your hooks for anything down. Now, what I use my trucks for is like dirt biking or pulling a jet ski right behind me. You have your power inverters. Very cool feature to have when you want to plug. A little bit of cubby space that you don't get in certain Tacomas on the earlier years, but now that they put that in, super cool characteristic. One thing that you will pay attention to is that the wheel wells are now more towards the front of the car, or towards the front of the bed, and they are not just placed in the middle like certain pickups or Tacomas that had them in the middle per se. Very cool durable plastic on this bed. You know these things can take a beating, and this truck will last. So don't forget that you do get the low maintenance of the Toyota on these trucks, and they run forever. All right guys, so pretty much done talking about the exterior of the car. Let's go ahead and talk interior. So now entering the interior of the 2022 Toyota Tacoma. Very nice soft closed door, doesn't smack and shake or rattle. If you know Toyota pickups or Tacomas, over time you'd get that smack rattle, but not in this door. Very nice soft close, leather stitch perforated on the steering wheel. Pretty simple, straight to the point, for everybody knows that what Tacoma had brought into their trucks. You have some cubby space, cup holders. One thing that I always liked about the Tacomas is the multiple cup holders, so you're not fighting. Wireless charging pad for your phone that's integrated. Now you do have your buttons for your electric. Like, let's go ahead and start this truck for the sake of the video, and you get the nice infotainment screen going. But one thing I wanted to show you guys is that electric rear window. And if anybody knows, that Tacoma did have the manual, but now it is electric. So that is a very cool option to have with your USB plugins here in the front, 12-volt outlet, along with the temperature gauges up right above those buttons. Infotainment screen, simple, straight to the point that we see what Toyota embedded into their cars. Gauge cluster, you have your manual tachometers. Take that into consideration that it did not go digital, but your infotainment cards in the middle is still digital. On the left-hand side of the steering column, you have your traction control, your bed light, also along with your auto lighting button on the left-hand side. The steering column is manual on the 2022, so pretty straight to the point. Now you have your bumpers for now. You have your buttons for the bumper sensors or the blind side assist right here, so you could turn that off. Control unit or pads for the front card and what's in front of you. A little bit of cubby space with USB plug-in A and C, so you're getting multiple USB plug-ins on the inside of this car. Now check out this two-tone cloth, very durable fabric that you see, so this will last a long time with some texture or some design going through it, giving it more of a not so boring look inside the Tacoma. It is kind of a black and gray two-tone cloth. Tacoma is still integrated into the glove compartment lid, straight to the point glove compartment, and your vents with your plastic dash. Up top, you have your control panels for your rear lockers. Now you don't have the LED or ambient lighting. It's still kind of that yellow lighting with crawl mode and MTS mode. So if you find yourself off-road or anything of that sort, auto dimming rear view mirror with your rain sensor on that front windshield on this exact truck. Oh, shiznit handle on the passenger, but not on the driver. Why would you? You have the steering wheel to be like, oh shiz. But on the passenger, you have that handle. So guys, we're pretty much done on the front side of this interior. Let's go ahead and head over to the second row. All right, now on the second row, so you do not have a simplified look in the back, but the same look on those front seats are here on the rear seats. Something that I want to show you guys is by the pulling of this belt, you have some extra cubby room right behind the seats. This is a 60/40 seating. So that's pretty cool that you have that extra seating on that back end, just like that. A whole lot more for straps and tools and things of that sort. Also, if you flip this rear seat up, you get some extra cubby space, your tire things, pretty straight to the point and simple. Also on this side, you get some extra cubby space also. Let's do a space test. Now, of course, this seat is pretty much all the way back. I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. I do feel my head touch the top of the ceiling. So for us tall people, remember that you're gonna have to kind of slouch a little bit to not touch that top ceiling. But simple, straight to the point. Door panel with your electric window control handle, cup holders in the back with just a very simple back and center console. Extra pocket space on that passenger seat, but not on the driver's seat. All right, guys, so we're pretty much done on the second part of this interior. Let's go ahead and talk some specs about this truck. All right, so now let's talk some specs about this 2022 Tacoma. This exact motor is the D4S V6 motor. Just be aware that you do have also the option for the 4-cylinder, but this motor does come rated at 278 horsepower with up to 265 foot-pounds of torque. Now that's going to range depending on which motor you have. Guys, this does come 4-wheel drive. You also have the option of just a rear-wheel drive. It is a 3.5 liter. Now you have a tow capacity on this exact truck is about 6,400 pounds over to about 6,800 pounds. A little bit of MPG is 19 city and 24 highway. Of course, that'll range if you do have a lift on it and things of that sort. It does come with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now just be aware that certain numbers can change along with towing capacity depending on that motor that you have and also the 4x4 and things of that sort. But guys, thanks so much for watching our video here at Vagabond Builds. Please like and subscribe again to our channel. And if you do have some questions, concerns, leave in the comment section below or things you'd like to see. Thanks guys, stay tuned, we got some cool things coming.